All right, whenever you're ready.
Hi everyone. First, I would like to say thank you all for coming out today and staying till the end. My name is Xandra Fernandez, and I am accepting my nomination of becoming your assistant treasurer for next year. To get to know me, I'm a third-year college student majoring in business management. I actually transferred last semester, so I'm just as new to PAC and CSULB as many first years. As a transfer student coming from a small community college close to home to moving to a bigger university with unfamiliar faces, I knew I wanted to join PAC to find new friends and a sense of community. While I did find those friendships, I also found something more. I developed a love for this organization that I didn't expect to grow into a passion. At first, I didn't even consider running for CAB, but after joining the PAC program in the fall and getting to know how CAB works, I immediately knew I wanted to run for a position the following year. And assistant treasurer stood out to me as it was something I was curious on, especially seeing that you can do all these other fundraisers that isn't solely based on food. This position also ties into my major of business management, allowing me to explore budgeting, strategic planning, communication, and more. It's also something new for me, which makes it challenging yet exciting. Most of my leadership experience comes from high school, where I was active in the Polynesian Club. I was appointed to be the assistant counsel my sophomore year due to how involved I was my freshman year. From there, I became the historian my junior year and the president my senior year. Hate to say I peaked in high school, but honestly, my whole senior year revolved around being president of the biggest club on campus. Coming right out of the pandemic, I also ran a club with just a 3-person council. With that, I took the role of being president while also continuing to carry the historian position. But overall, I managed everything from planning events, communicating with advisors and ASB, teaching choreography, and even handling an incident to where my own members felt discouraged and humiliated due to a video going around about them. All these experiences helped me develop strong leadership skills I believe could easily transfer into being assistant treasurer, but also a member of CAB. I've also been impacted for both the fall and spring semester, which gave me insight on how the whole year would play out, along with how each position operates. Because of this, I gained a deeper understanding of how PAC runs and what I can envision for the future. With that said, I have 3 main goals for the next year. For the role itself, I like to continue the strong foundation of what was already built, such as holding fundraisers the same day as Gen meetings and socials. But I also want to put out some new ideas. Loving the dance fundraiser with PCN, which I may do more often as a dancer myself, I want to do more collaborative fundraisers with One Nation and other organizations. And I think something like a carnival theme event with One Nation would be super fun and beneficial. Collaborations like this could help increase PAC's exposure and build connections with other communities. Another goal I have is to incorporate small fundraising opportunities into CAB events. For example, selling $1 snacks during study nights or even selling waters and Gatorade at friendship games. These small efforts can really add up and support our budget in significant ways. And finally, my personal goal is to continue emphasizing PAC's welcoming environment. I want Gen members to feel accepted, whether they join late or how inactive they are, or even if they're not Filipino. I literally ran a Polynesian club and I'm not even Polynesian myself. The last thing I want is for anyone to feel like they don't belong, especially in a setting that they can sometimes feel intimidating. I want everyone to feel just as welcome and accepted as I did when I first joined PAC. Thank you all for listening, and I look forward to being your assistant treasurer.
Okay, so how would you coordinate with the treasurer and other board members to basically make your fundraising goals come true with the budget that you get? Like, if you want to run an event, a new event, how would you make sure that your goals are met and what you want to do is carried out?
I think obviously the first person I go to is talk to the treasurer, see where our budget's at. And I think I would really just go based off that. I would also gain ideas from what the board would say, because I feel like my ideas are pretty far-stretched, but I think asking for their ideas or opinions can help establish a more firm and more, a realistic plan. But yeah, I think I would really reach out to the treasurer first and see where their budget's at.
All right, E-board?
How do you deposit a check into the ASI account and name all of our accounts?
Okay. I would go to the business office located at USU 229. I'll go up to them. Actually, no, I'll get the check first. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. Yes, I'll get the check first. Go there. give it to them, but I do have to sign some paperwork, and they would ask for like the last 5 digits of the PAC account, and yeah, sign it, send it to them. Yeah. The other question was, what was it?
Name all of our accounts.
Oh, okay. There's the grant account, which given money, I guess, given to the school. That's mostly held for PPN, both semesters, PXF, and PCF. And there's also I'm blanking out. There's also, yes, the agent one. That's more like, I guess, the debit card. That's where all the money we make from fundraisers go to there.
Open the floor. What?
As you talked about board integration with foundation, an idea came up about a joint fundraiser to promote board contact with an organization like UCN. What steps would you take to determine the pay split?
To determine
Sorry?
to determine what?
The pay split between the funds gained in that fundraiser?
Usually I would think to just split it directly in half, but honestly I think whoever is mainly hosting the event, for example, like if PAC were to do one, host an event and invite other orgs, then I would prefer to have probably like a 60-40% split, but I'm always open to have 50-50 for like fair game, you know?
Any other questions? If not, I have. You can ask your question. Okay. So another responsibility for assistant treasurer is the PAC bingo dare forms. Give me an example for a $1, $2, even a $10 dare.
I don't know where to start off.
With a $1.
Okay. Okay. $1. I think keep it really simple, easy. I would say like to dab. Oh wait, JK. I would say to sneeze in public. I think that would be a good $1. Yeah.
Me on something.
It's simple. Going up to like $2-3. I want to say like. What was I gonna say for that? Oh, dab after every sentence. Yes. I think going up from there, I also thought about like, I don't know, maybe wearing your clothes inside out or backwards for a gen meeting.
Whoa.
I think that would be a good $6. $8, $9, I was actually thinking of eating 3 boiled eggs in 3 different ways based on buyer's choice. But now I'm thinking about it, I feel like that could be a good $10 choice. But I personally like boiled eggs, so. But yeah, my original $10 choice was to serenade someone during a gen meeting. Like full on serenade, like 10, bro.
Okay. Thank you, Isaiah.
Being on many of the fundraisers that we have in the fall pretty much are like kind of similar to like what PCN does as well as other orgs. I'm like usually relax. What is your plan on like ensuring that like Jet members don't get burned out with the amount of events that we have, especially with like ones that we have every week, kind of like our like clubbing fundies, and what is your plan to make that?
Specifically aiming for like reducing burnout.
Or ensuring that like not only that your events itself are like consistently like bringing about the same amount of people, but also making sure that other events also are still given to that extent, but still not like, or like, what is the word I'm looking for? Just making sure that like, yeah, burnout, just making sure that like Deb members aren't like consistently like feeling like they're going to the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's why I I also like the idea of not having solely based off food fundraisers. I think it'd be nice to like switch it off every now and then. Maybe like every other fundraiser can be a food one and the other one can be just solely like something different. Which like it could be like another dance bunny and all that stuff. Sorry. Also, I think it's like the way I would also promote it. I don't want to try to do it too often, having fundraisers to like reduce burnout. But yeah, sorry, I'm like waking up from there. I'm just gonna stop.
Any questions? One more. One more question. Okay. Go ahead.
I know you said you don't want to do like a lot of fundraisers, but say PAC was put in a position where they needed a little more extra money in the past couple of years because they had to. How would you regulate it so that you'd have enough fundraisers to keep money for yourself, but also you need that extra bit of money as well on top of that?
I think for that, I'll just do on like the full. I think probably like the best. No, yeah, like best. I don't know how to work. Best outcome fundraiser. So like I've heard that Dave and Buster's and the club fundies are like really good turnouts. So I'll probably put that in. And yeah.
All right.
I don't know the answer. I'm sorry.
That's 6 questions. Good job.